What's up, gang? Scott Argenbright back again with another video. Today we got a special treat for you guys. We got a really big fish on camera. So Blair Erickson is gonna go over one of his top baits for pre-spawn, post-spawn. I'm gonna go over two others as well. You're gonna wanna stay tuned. All right, so in the clip here, you're gonna see almost a 10-pounder caught by Blair. He was working that bait a little bit different. So we were offshore here in Florida. The fish have already spawned. They were post-spawn fish looking to feeding on bluegills out there offshore. So, however, when you're up here in the shallows, it's a really good bait to throw around the grass. You're gonna cast it out there, okay? You can give it a regular steady retrieve. So if you're a beginner, you can always just reel it in. If you're not getting bites, try to burn it in. Now, reeling it in, if you're around that grass, you're gonna wanna pop it free from the grass. So every time that you pop it free from the grass, typically that's when you're gonna get that bite. So make sure you're ready, you know, when you're ripping it through the grass to set the hook. Now it is a treble hook bait, so we talked about this in the last video. You're not gonna have to really hit them hard. Just a good firm pull to the side, sweeping hook set, and you're gonna hook that fish just fine. We were throwing a lipless crank out here in 14 feet of water offshore. So what Blair was doing is he was yo-yoing that bait. So what does that mean for, you know, like I said, everybody has different experience levels. It's just like a yo-yo. Makes all the sense in the world. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna throw that bait out there. You're gonna lift up on the rod tip, lift that trap off the bottom, let it flutter back down. Now, most of the time you wanna keep, you know, semi-slack line when you're letting it flutter back down. That way, if you do get a bite on the fall, you're gonna feel that bite.
Yeah, good one. Oh my giant. This is it. This is it. Please tell me she got it good. Oh my gosh. Dude, it's not letting her get the upper hand. Dude, this is giant. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude. That might be like a 12.
It's at least 10.
Is it 10? I don't even know.
So those are the two retrieves that you can really try when you're throwing that lipless crank. You're throwing a trap like this bait, the good old classic Bill Lewis trap. So throw that early in the spring, throw it post spawn. It's a really good bait, you know, most of the year. So try that one out. Definitely try that one. One that you should always have in your tackle box.
What's cracking, guys? Blair Erickson here. I fish for the University of Montevallo, and I'm actually on my spring break, as many other people probably were. But I'm out here in Florida right now fishing, and earlier today I actually caught my personal best, a very large fish. But we're gonna talk about swim jig fishing. I caught that one on the lipless crankbait. We're gonna talk about swim jig fishing in the post spawn. When these fish are moving out of their shallow bedding areas, it's a perfect time to take advantage of bluegill eaters as they feed up, moving out to deep offshore parts of the lake. And I'll just show you guys a few of my favorite ways to fish a swim jig here. A perfect opportunity as these fish are moving out is to target the outside edge of the closest weeds to deep water. Here we've got some Kissimmee grass and reeds, but what I'm gonna do with my swim jig is just either straight retrieve it, which is a really popular way to fish them, or I like to throw a pop or a twitch in there. A lot of people know what the Alabama shake is. You can incorporate that, but sometimes they don't really want it, so just play with that. That's what I usually like to do with the swim jig. I really like to just play around with it, let the fish tell me what they want. And the trailers I like to use is either a cross style trailer like a Zoom Z-Craw, or a paddle tail swim bait like the Kitech 3.8. Those are a couple of my favorites. And the swim jig I'm actually using is the Untamed Tackle Punisher swim jig in a 3/8 ounce size. In the spring, 3/8 ounce is really hard to beat. It's just super versatile. You can jump to a 1/2 ounce if you want, if you need the bait to be a little bit deeper in the water. But I prefer the 3/8 ounce just personally. So that's a little bit about the swim jig. We're gonna keep fishing.
That trap, if it's not working, you're not getting bites on the trap, the chatterbait has got to be the next in line. So awesome to throw around the grass. Really, really good to just throw it up on those grass lines, popping it through there just like you did with the trap. So typically if they don't bite that trap, they're gonna eat the chatterbait. So bonus tip there for you guys, throw the chatterbait where the trap doesn't work, and don't forget the swim jig. That's your bonus tip. Chatterbait where the trap isn't working or you're not getting bit, make sure that you try those baits. Try the swim jig, try the trap, and that chatterbait. So there you go. Throw those baits here this spring when the fish are active, and I guarantee you guys are gonna catch some fish. Make sure that you like, subscribe, follow, all that jazz, and we'll see you on the next one.